Hey folks, Jimmy Hendrick here, Legacy, my friends here at Legacy Patterns at Pattern Realm. So the topic today is, so you want to be a podcaster. It's funny. I was at the University of Texas Permian Basin Library about 3 days ago. And I ran into one of the librarians. We had a discussion walking on the way to the library. And she says, she asked what I do. I said, I'm filming for podcasts. And she says, as it so happens, I want to be a podcaster. I just don't know how to start. Okay, for those of you who actually want to start a podcast, maybe you want to make it lucrative, right? I mean, who doesn't? First, you need to find the appropriate platform. Now, a lot of people I know use Riverside. Riverside's good, but the one I've come that's a little bit more versatile for someone like me is Spreaker. Now, granted, Spreaker can't film and podcast at the same time, but that's why I would use Spreaker and YouTube simultaneously, right? Some way, somehow. You need to find, first off, you need to find what your niche is. Podcasting comes in genre. Me, I've chosen politics, I've chosen business, I've chosen faith, right? Now, this isn't a political channel, but you get my drift. You need to find out what niche it is. You need to find a catchy name for your podcast show. And once you do that and you lay the groundwork, you can start your episodes. Spreaker Podcast has a wonderful plan for like $20 a month called the broadcast plan. And it's worth it. I'm telling you now, it's worth it. Because if you can find your way in to where you can be a podcaster and leave an impact and a difference in people's lives, then boom. Now, another genre I've chosen is fiction, political fiction. I just finished an episode today from a fictional podcast, J.R. Hendrick, Texan Gentleman. You can find that on most podcast platforms, not necessarily Apple Podcasts or Amazon. Someday I'll try Amazon. But you get my drift. Okay. With that being said, my next step is to tell you this. You need to find what your niche is. Come up with a clever title for your podcast. Really, I've had Heavenly Father give me the inkling of what to call my podcasts and everything. And it works. Now, you might say, well, how do I monetize my podcast? Lots of people believe in using, ads. Selling out to different corporations and stuff. Honestly, as a man that is a faith-based entrepreneur, you need to create a business model behind your podcast instead of necessarily selling out for ads. That way you're like, hey, you give people an offer what value you have in return for them along with your podcast, then boom. That's what I'm working on. Now, is podcasting a rosy picture? No. You have to keep at it. And there's times, in the early days, you're going to want to give up. Even now, I've been podcasting for 8 years now. And there are times I still think about it, but then I think, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that. So if you're feeling like podcasting, you know what? I'm going to give you encouragement and say, more power to you, friends. Go for it. You're worth it. Your message is worth it. the impact you want to leave on society is worth it, that's what you're here for. And that's what God's called you to do, be, and have. Me, I'm a podcaster and YouTuber. I'm hoping to expand more in my coaching and public speaking so that you guys can see more of me in action. Because if you want to just start a podcast and you got a message inside you, it's like what Les Brown said, you have greatness inside you. And I believe you do, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this channel. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of Pattern Realm. It's Jimi Hendrix here saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mamacita, Papacito, y todo. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. Remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimi loves you. I really love you. God bless you, and please, go out there and have a blessed day.